Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to start off by priming with my Hydro Grip Primer with niacinamide from e.l.f. Next I'll be using my Pillow Balm Lip Balm from Hangover RX. Then as always I go ahead and I start with my Shape Tape, and I'm using the Tan Deep Sand. Okay, I use it under my eyes, down my nose, and on my chin. I'm really trying to do a underpainting type of thing today, so we're going to try that out. I don't usually underpaint, but I'm just trying something different today. Okay, I'll go ahead and blend out with my small blender brush. First, starting with my top of my face, and then I work my way down. Okay, as you can see, I'm just blending everything out, pulling it on down. I actually started the video today with my eyebrows already filled in because I went somewhere earlier. So if you notice, that's why I went into highlighting and contouring first instead of starting with brows, because I am a brows first kind of girl. Okay, now we're contouring using the Curve Case by Made by Mitchell. I just used the darkest shade in it. Okay, I did my nose, my cheeks, and my forehead. Okay, now I'm going ahead and blend that out with a fluffy blending brush. This is like the type of brush you would normally use for eyeshadow. And then I also went ahead and sprayed my face with some setting spray, so it's easier to blend out these liquid products and cream products. Okay, and now I'm using my face brush. This brush can also be used to apply powder, but I personally like to use it for blending out. Okay, so now I'm adding about 2 pumps of foundation everywhere where I did not apply the highlight and the contour. Okay, just to have basically like a transition shade that's like matching my skin tone and also matching my neck, because that's our ultimate goal when we do our face. We want to match it to our neck. Next, I'm using my One Size Cheek Clapper, and I'm using the cream product out of that and putting that on my cheeks. Okay, and it's in the shade Girly Pop. Alright, now I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm putting that up under my eyes. Today's look is really about layering the concealers. Also, I went back in with my Shape Tape. This is a brighter shade. If I remember right, this is I think it's the Golden Sand, but I don't want to lie. I'll have to put it down in the description. Okay, and as you see, I put it underneath my eyebrows, underneath my eyes, and now I'm blending it out. Don't be afraid to blend the concealer somewhat into your blush. Okay, this just gives us more of a seamless look. Okay, then I go in with this blending brush. Alright, now I'm taking my brown pencil and I'm putting that into my waterline on both sides. And I'm also touching up my brows because this is actually a brow pencil. But it's very multi-purpose. You'll notice I actually use this as my eyeliner for my brows. And later on I use it as a lip liner. And this brow pencil is from Wet n Wild. I actually got it from well, you can find it at the dollar store, but I got it from Amazon. Okay, so we're starting with putting our eyeshadow in. I'm using the Wild Side palette by Beau Live Beauty. Okay, so that's what you see me picking up. I'm showing it, Wild Side palette. I'm using that light nudish color as my transitional base. Then I go into both my bronzer shades from the Morphe Face palette just to contour my crease. And I also take it down my nose so I can also contour my nose. Alright, so once we get our desired look for the contour, we're going to go ahead and move on to blending out our crease further. So I'm using this teal shade from the Wild Side palette. I will actually show you guys which shade I'm using, so just bear with me. But for right now, I'm just using that teal shade, and I'm putting it in my outer corner, and then I'm blending it in further. Okay, it's that teal shade right there in the bottom corner. I also use it along my lash line. And as you can see, I'm blending it pretty much all over my crease. We want the blue to be pretty intense, so I'm packing on the color. I'm building it up in layers. Okay, now I'm going back in with the concealer just to cut the crease. So I'm using that trick again that I showed you guys last time. You put it on the primary lid, then you look up, and it will show you where you actually need to cut your crease at. Okay, then I'm going back in with that tan color and putting it on my lid. Okay, now I'm using that very light blue shade in that Wild Side palette, and I'm taking it into my inner corner crease. Alright, so on this part, I went back into that Bola Beauty palette, and I put the white eyeshadow on over the nude part. Okay, because I am going to be using a white/silver glitter today. So that's really going to make it pop by using the white eyeshadow. Alright, just adding more of that into the inner corner. Going ahead and blending out my under eye. Then I'm going to go ahead and set it using my Anastasia Beverly Hills translucent powder. Okay, then I set above my lip. Then I set my chin. Then I'm going in with my Sephora liquid liner just to line my eyes. Just doing a simple line, not really doing a wing or anything. Just a simple line to accentuate the shape of the eyes today. Okay, now I'm going in with this iridescent/oil spill shade from Danessa Myricks. Okay, I'm putting that under my lash line. And you'll see later I'll put it onto a brush and actually apply it to my lid. Well, my outer lid. Okay, I'm just zooming in so you can actually see how that pigment adds depth to the eyeshadow look. It's kind of hard to see from far away. Alright, now we're going ahead and going in with this glitter. So it has like a white base to it, but the actual sparkle itself is silver. That's why I said a white/silver glitter. Okay, and once again, I'm going in with my Erica J glue. Now, this is a lace adhesive, but I do use it for my makeup and putting on glitter and lashes and things like that. Because it just has a really strong hold, and I want my makeup to stay on all day. Okay, once that's on there and you feel like it's kind of tacky, then you're going to go ahead and go in with the glitter. Remember, do not apply it until it's tacky. This video is sped up, but once I felt my eyelids kind of sticking together, then I went in with my glitter with the same brush that we used to apply the glue. Okay, and then we're going into the inner corner with the glitter. Next, I went in with the mascara. Okay. This one is by Too Faced. It's their waterproof mascara. So for today's look, I want to really play up my lashes. So I also went in with that Smashbox lengthening mascara. And applied another coat to both my top and bottom lashes. Okay, so now I'm just looking for my lip. So today I'm actually going to be using that eyebrow pencil from earlier and a color from MAC. It's called the Creme de Nude. Alright, so I was just sharpening my eyebrow pencil, but I'm going to be using this as my lip liner. So this pencil is from Wet n Wild. It's their dark brown shade. You can find it at the Dollar General, or you can find it on Amazon. I think they might also have it at Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's a very affordable pencil. I think it's about less than $2. And I mean, you can see the size of it. It lasts for quite some time. So I would suggest you go out and buy it if you don't already have it. Okay, then I took that MAC lipstick and put it in the middle. And it just gives like a nude ombre effect. Okay, I'm just zooming in so I can get the effect of the lip. I also overlined my lips, but you don't have to do that. I just prefer it that way. Okay, next we're going on with the Ardell Demi Wispies. That's the lash style that I'm going to be using. They're by Ardell. They're called the Demi Wispies. We're going to go back in with our Erica J glue to apply our lashes. I just like to take a brush and then use that to apply it to the edge of the lash. So you don't want to have too much glue. We don't want it to be like sopping wet with glue, but we do want it to be enough to cover up the band of the lash. So you see I'm smiling. I'm trying to feel the look. I thought this look really gave like pop star or like, you know, something cute, something girly, something fun. I feel like you could wear it to a party. You could wear it to go out, something like that. Just something where you want to show up and give that girl. Okay, so now I'm going back in with the bronzer from my Morphe face palette just to add some color back into my face. I'm going on my forehead, my cheeks, and you'll see I go under my jawline. Okay, and I'm just using a large blender brush that you would usually use for eyeshadow, but I just using it to contour my face. Okay, now we're going in with the lashes. Now, bear with me. I do fumble a bit with my lashes because I do not use tweezers, and I have long nails, so I just try to place it on there best I can. Then I go back in and adjust it and pinch it using my nails. All right, so it's on there how I want it. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to the other side. Okay, then I go back in and I pinch it together to make sure that the false lashes and my real lashes are sort of married together. All right, so this is almost the final look. We're going to go ahead and spray, lock everything in. I use the Urban Decay setting spray, the one with the dewy finish. Okay, and I'm just readjusting my lashes quickly. All right, that's the end of the look. But I actually came back because I wanted to add even more mascara. So you'll notice that this clip was added in at the end. So I'm going in with my Milani lash extension mascara, just to make sure that there's no gaps in between my lashes and the false lashes. This is a really important step, ladies, if you want those false lashes and your lashes to look seamless. So we're going in on the top and the bottom. And I mean, if you're not making a crazy face while you're putting on mascara, are you really getting it on there? So, so yeah, of course I make that crazy face, but it gets the job done. And I mean, the look just eats. I mean, the face speaks for itself. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.